Hey everybody, welcome to day 46. Unfortunately there's not a day 45 video because I was away from the studio and I was doing some joinery work and I never got in here, so that's missing, so apologies for that, but you know, that's the way it is. Day 46, first half of the day was done with admin. I'll come on to that in a moment. The second half of the day was prepping some of the pots ready for glazing and organising them, sorting them out into batches of what's going to be glazed with what, you know, making the decision. So there's a little video here on how I went about that. Right, what I'm doing here is just putting some resist on these caddies. I do the bottom, just paint it on the bottom. I usually do this outside with proper wax and white spirits, but it's too cold out there at the moment, and you can't do it indoors. It's a bit too smelly. And I wax the inside of this rim here, because what I do is once I've glazed the inside of these, I hold them and dip them in one go into the chino and then dust them with wood ash, and then that gives me a really nice thumbprint there as a part of, to aid the shell design, and obviously it helps with clean up. So that's what I'm doing with those. So they've got to be done. These pots here, these are the ones I did with the slight rim, and these have got a black slip on them, and I want the chino, the thick chino, to crawl, but I also want it to break, so I'm just adding some wax resist just to give it a start. So the black body underneath shows through. It happened once by chance, but the chance of getting a really nice break in the right place is difficult, so I help it along a little bit. A little bit like the blue cobalt I put on some of the other pots. It all echoes through all the work. Seems to have sort of a common voice. And so that's it. That's today's job today. I'm going to throw some little kiln fillers off the hump. I might get that videoed later. And another thing I've done is I have organised the shelves into glaze, organised them into glaze types. So all these under here, all these chattered ones, there's quite a few. As you can see, I got a bit carried away. They're going to have a celadon on them. These are going to have the wax resist and chino and wood ash. These will have the nuka, because these are the mice mugs that have come out. These ones I've just shown you, they're going to have a thick chino crawling glaze on them with splits in them. I'm not sure about these yet. I'm still thinking about these ones, what will be best. Moon jars in the back there's another 2 or 3 in the kiln at the moment, and I'm not sure about what I'm going to do with these. I like to sort of go with the flow sometimes with glazing. So there's a couple of unslipped ones. The moon jar I threw that got the split in it, can you see there? That survived bisque firing, so that will come through nicely. That's going to just have wood ash piled on the top rim, and then it'll run in rivulets hopefully down these grooves. So that's it. Got enough pots here. Oh, there's some over there, can you see all these in here? All those. They're already glazed. They're from the last firing that didn't get in, so I've got more than enough for the next firing, which will be It's Friday now, so it'll be next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, depending on the weather. I'm not going to fire again when the weather's really bad, like I did a few weeks ago. That was a nightmare, but you learn by your mistakes, don't you? Okay. Okay, that was what I did this afternoon. This morning was taken up with admin work for the Only Clay fair. The acceptance letters went out, emails went out the other day. That's great. Everyone's it's nice to send those out, but unfortunately, because we were oversubscribed, which is good because I can select from a really nice range of work. Unfortunately, I've had to let people down, which is not nice. I've received enough rejection letters and emails and sorry you've not been selected emails in the past to know that it can leave you a little crestfallen. And that brings me on to today's book advice. We don't do anything in isolation. I don't just make pots, I don't just do carpentry, I don't just be a parent. Everything is a package. And during the COVID lockdown, these sort of problems and stresses that we get can be amplified, obviously. And so it's important to take care of your mind, I think. And with that in mind, the pun there. With that in mind, my today's book selection is 10 to Zen. And it's just a mind exercise in mindfulness, 10 minutes out of your day, and it's quite a good calmer. And you set aside 10 minutes and you do the breathing exercises, and it's to do with mindfulness and all that sort of thing. So I'm a great believer in the whole mindfulness thing. I'm a great believer in treating your mind the way you would treat a physical part of your body. You exercise, you keep fit, hopefully you eat sensibly. You have to look after your mind, don't you? So this is a book by a guy named Owen O'Kane, and it's well worth a read. Well, that's it. Stay safe everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow.